It has come to the mod team's attention that you have been bothering people in direct messages about Nageri. This is not acceptable behavior and you have been banned for it.
When I joined this community, I was a toxic Nageri fan, commenting under posts of people who enjoy other ships than me. But I changed. He gave me a warning and I immediately stopped continuing my bad behavior and started to respect other ships. I'd known a few people about Nageri. Sometimes it was relevant to our discussion in the comments, and sometimes it was not. I realized my mistake and I promise not to do it ever again. I see myself as an active member of this community and I really love it. I want it to be a wholesome place as much as you do, so if you noticed any other behaviors of mine that are not appropriate and I have not realized, please let me know. I am deeply sorry for causing anyone to feel uncomfortable with my Nageri obsession, and again I promise that I won't repeat my mistakes.
You were warned multiple times about your behavior and were told to stop. Despite this, you continued to harass people through unwarranted direct messages. We have also been consistently getting reports on your comments for negative attention. For several months, you have continued to pose issues for both us and the members of the subreddit. You have made promises before and willing to improve your behavior but have failed to follow up on your words. And we cannot trust that you won't do it again. So, we have decided to suspend your activity on the subreddit.
I received only one warning from you and changed my behavior according to it. I stopped posting negative comments under other ships. If you were talking about me mentioning my fanfic in the comments, which is hated by a lot of people, even when I mention it only if it's relevant to the topic, I am willing to stop it as well if it's a problem. Specify any other behavior of mine which may be considered malicious and I will stop it right away, just like I did with the warning.
Hold on!
Sorry, but something is not right here. I think that this situation could be a misunderstanding. Could you please send me the multiple warnings I apparently received, multiple promises I gave you, and the direct messages where I harassed people?
This trial is over. Our decision is final.
Oh wait, what? But you didn't even tell me. How did I harass anyone? Six months later, my friend of faith posted an edit of mine on the subreddit. After positive feedback, it got taken down and she got permanently banned. After talking with the mods and explaining that she was not my alternative account, the moderator said that they are willing to talk with me again. Hey, it's been half a year since my ban. A mod muted me when I asked her evidence, but she told my friend that she drew down to talk again, so I'm glad to hear that. Like I said in the previous messages, I do not intend to be malicious by any means. I asked a mod what did I do wrong. They told me I harassed people in the direct messages. I checked all my direct messages and asked everyone if they felt harassed by talking with me. They all said no. So where and when did the harassment take place? I still haven't been made aware of it. They said that I received multiple warnings, which is simply not true. The only warning I received was for being rude to other Navy shippers long time ago. I treated that warning seriously and immediately changed my behavior. To summarize, I ask you to rethink your ban decision and check if someone didn't provide you false evidence. Also, I don't know if advertising my fanfic in the comments was a problem, but if it is, just tell me and I won't do it ever again.
Hello, Kiridreamer. First off, I want to preface this by saying sorry for not replying quickly. There was a bit of a miscommunication in the mod chat over who was responsible for replying. The person who was supposed to reply fell sick. Anyways, we have clear evidence that you were harassing users over Nageri and your fanfic indemnities despite them clearly being uncomfortable about it. It has proceeded to the point where multiple users mod mailed us to complain about you and your actions. To explain why we never presented this information when you initially asked for it, we figured showing you the chat would allow you easily to track down the users who reported you, and it would be likely that you would harass them further for reporting you. We are only comfortable presenting this evidence now as this particular user appears to have their account deleted within the past few days. After your ban, your behavior has become completely unacceptable. Used your platform to send your fans to come and harass us into unbanning you, lying to them that you were banned for no reason. This harassment was continuous, lasting several months, and forced our hand to put an official rule in place specifically to prevent your fans from harassing us. Your behavior after your ban has solidified our decision that you will never be allowed back onto the subreddit.
I'm happy to say that the images you got are mostly out of context. This conversation was initialized by me after a discussion on a post. I wanted to use my fanfic as an argument, and yes, I was obtrusive with it, but after they denied, I simply said fine. It was not a behavior I'm proud of, but I don't think that permaban is the right punishment. And I also don't think harassment is the right word. By the way, I also stated many times that I'm completely fine with stopping mentioning my fic. Now you mentioned that, so I repeat that again. Anyway, what they didn't show you is that later we had a normal discussion about the characters. Not only that, but they eventually read my fanfiction and sent me a good review. But that's not it. They even helped me edit the work out of grammatical errors and sent me writing tips, which I appreciate to this day. I would also like to highlight that this was all in the direct messages, which is outside of the subreddit. I can still message anyone even with the ban, so it doesn't really make sense. That being said, after the ban I asked most of the people if I offended them in any way, and everyone replied that I did not. The thing is, I didn't even message them because we turned out to be in a more than good relationship. I'm not close to as obtrusive as I used to be, but if anyone would tell me that they feel harassed, I would simply cut it off, since like I said many times, I never intend to be malicious to anyone. About my fans, which were simply my friends, I told them about the situation and they got mad just like I got, since I was surprised about the sudden ban. But what surprised us more is when you muted me when I asked for evidence. I get that you couldn't send it to me now, but I think we can both agree that you could just tell me that instead of muting me, which was not nice. I'm still sorry if any of my fans harassed you though. I'm sure that they just asked questions. If that's not the truth, like I said, I'm sorry for that. I don't want to use it as an excuse, but this community subreddit is very important to me, like I said as well. So it's no surprise it got me into panic. To sum up, this situation has contained a lot of misunderstandings together, which turned into a big mess. I hope it's all resolved now. I'm posting screenshots of the conversation below.
We're sorry, but we are not convinced that you have changed your ways for the better. We have seen multiple ways you have continued to be abusive to us even outside of the subreddit. So we simply do not believe that you are not close to as obtrusive as you were in the past. It doesn't matter that you ended up on good terms with every other user as you claim, when the reason your ban started in the first place was that they felt uncomfortable being in your presence and not to contact us, regardless of whether their initial point of contact with you was on or off. In short, you were told to stop your harassment, both by the users and us, the moderator. And you didn't listen to either, so why should we be led to believe you now? Furthermore, your actions on Discord essentially inciting a brigade on us, pestering a former moderator and other socials to the point that they were forced to send you spam so that you'd stop. And your recent antics on inviting everyone on the subreddit to multiple Reddit group chats in order to push your agendas are also far over the line that we cannot justify allowing you back in the subreddit in any way. These actions are all arguably much worse than your initial reason for being suspended. So even in a universe where we could forgive you for the initial scuffle between other users on the subreddit, we simply cannot let this go. If not for others' people's sakes, then for our own. You are long past the point of forgiveness on these actions, and we still have yet to see any self-reflection on your part for any of it. We fail to see how you can claim that the community and subreddit are important to you when you have continued to treat its members and moderators without an ounce of respect. We cannot lift your ban. This decision is final.
They will ban you if they want to. They made a post threatening my friends to ban them from the subreddit and from Reddit in general. You can make up reasons to ban me, but my friends, they didn't do anything you can even take as a fake reason. Now tell me, did I show you respect in our conversation? Yes, I did. I showed remorse and apologized multiple times. Did you show me respect when I asked for evidence? No, you muted me because the evidence you have is laughable. I contacted a former mod on Twitter and calmly told him about the situation. They didn't mute me, but they were rude and they didn't want to help or understand me at all. As my friend said in the last screenshot, you are not banning trolls or mean people, we're banning people who care about this community and genuinely love it. I'm not leaving the fandom, I still love it even after the unpleasant situations I had to encounter. People did insult me in the past. Did I report them? No. Did I insult them back? No. Did they get banned? No. I still don't want to walk away with a never-ending conflict, so let me end it here. Dear mods, you are accumulating mistakes. For example, a drama have been causing this subreddit to shrink, which is honestly sad to see. You have the biggest Western danganronpa community in your hands. That being said, I wish you and the subreddit the best, because I simply care for it even if I can't be a part of it anymore.